It's morning, day 4, Ultimate Adventure 2016. I had the whole group get up for a 5:30 drivers meeting. We were on the road at 6. Why half an hour between drivers meetings, 6 when we're trying to get here fast?
So it's about 5:15. Unfortunately, Keith Bailey, yesterday, he thought his tranny was a little bit overfilled, so he drained a little bit of fluid out to do that. He pulled one of the transmission lines. Well, in the process of doing that, disturbed the transmission cooler and put a crack in it. All right, we just finished up the driver's meeting. We got about 10 minutes till we roll. Keith got his transmission cooler off, and we've kind of come up with a game plan. I think the plan right now is to basically pull one of the tubes out and basically cut off all the fins around it, stab the hose on it, and hopefully it'll hold. So, but that's really the only option now because the parts stores don't open for a couple more hours, and we're going to be long gone by then.
The Ultimate Adventure waits for no one, but you can't keep a good crony down. The ability to MacGyver a field fix is just one of the things that makes UA cronies some of the most capable off-road enthusiasts in the world. In no time, Keith got himself fixed and the group was climbing out of Placerville to Icehouse Road and the entrance to the most famous trail in the world. We're on the trail ahead of everyone else. We got our foot in the door, gatekeeper's right there. Rubicon Trail starts now. The Rubicon Trail is actually a road built during the late 1800s. It was originally the stagecoach route between Georgetown and Lake Tahoe and serviced a resort that was built at the Rubicon Springs. El Dorado County maintained the road to keep access to the Rubicon Springs Resort until the Great Depression caused its closure in the 1930s. After World War II, returning GIs with surplus Jeeps began running the now disrepaired county road, and in 1953, the first Jeepers Jamboree was held on the Rubicon Trail.
Now this is our first trip to the Rubicon. We just got the truck together basically the day we left to come up here on Saturday. So this is the first trip for the truck and first trip for us to the Rubicon. So we're learning as we go, getting this big full-size Chevy through the trail, sitting on a full long bed wheelbase, 130 inches. So we're doing all right so far.
Every off-roader has heard of the Rubicon. For most, it's the first bucket list trail they want to check off. And whether you're running it for the first time or the 20th time, being there is always something special.
We are on the Rubicon Trail. For a lot of us, this is a place where we consider a bit of a pilgrimage. We show up here. I've been here 3-4 times. I tend to do it about every 10 years. And it's always great to come back. It's a beautiful trail. Still challenging. When we first came here, it was CJ5s and 33-inch tires, and it was fun. And even with the heavily modified vehicles today, it's still challenging and it's still fun. So, weather's great, and glad to be back here. And hopefully I'll be back in 10 years with my kids or something.
This trail is probably the most world famous trail. It is an epic Jeep trail, but we have full-size trucks running. We have a little mini truck Toyota behind me. It's been a great day so far. We got up bright and early, which was nice because we drove out here and it was nice and cool. Everybody's creeping and crawling along, having a good time. Our Falcon tires are getting us over the obstacles. My Jeep's running cool. Hydrate, 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 and have a good time.
So this is the trail, and this is the optional route we're going to take. That requires a little more finesse. Almost 3.5 miles into the trail is Soup Can Rock, but some people call it Soup Bowl or Super Bowl. Whatever you call it, you better pick the right line or you'll high center on your rocket. As I will now demonstrate.
Turtled up really good. Looks like he's bellied up. May have to use that worn winch again.
Worn winch time. Never fails. Gotta have them worn winches. Get the job done.
It's been a long time since I've been on that obstacle. So long, I don't remember what the line was. So you have to be in exactly the right spot so that the tires aren't all trying to climb everything at once. So I made it up, so I can't complain.
I got rid of my nervous peas earlier but I'm sure I'll have them again soon.
We'll walk right up there.
You're like the ballerina.
He just danced up the face of that thing, no problem. Real elegant, no throttle, just idled up, never slipped a tire. Pretty impressive.
That's definitely a place where some vehicle control comes in. That's what low gearing is all about, being able to go slow, keep the tires stuck, and let the suspension do its job and not hurt things.
It was awesome. Had a great spot from Keith Bailey. Coming me up there, had to hop it a little bit, warm up the tires, get them extra grippy, but we were able to climb a line that nobody's climbed yet, so it was great.
I tell you, that was quite the rush. I wasn't sure if it was going to go over, but they kept saying turn this way, and I just trusted my spotter, and that was quite a rush. That was great.
Rugged radios are working out great because even the handhelds are working so the spotter can tell the driver what to do. Sorry. Pretty neat. Having the race radios is a lot better than the CBs. Most of the time with the CBs you can't even hear each other.
Wow, well that was super. It was the first time doing it since the new modifications. Tires were hooking up good. I just don't think I picked the right line. Almost had to pull out that Warren winch, but managed to just hit it in second gear and just power through it.
I guess Cooper's driving style could be described as elephant elegant. The dude definitely knows how to drive, but sometimes he hits it like a 300-pound ballerina. All the right moves, but something's gonna give. This time, Cooper wisely decides to hook up the Warren winch to keep from breaking.
Well, I just got done winching up that obstacle. I guess I didn't put that really good winch on there just to look at, but did my best. Thought it would be in the best interest of my front axle and the group not having to wait for me to repair things to winch on over the obstacle. I made it as far as I wanted to push it. I'm happy with the way everything is working, and I live to keep wheeling. Thank you, Warren.
So we've got a couple rigs to go through this obstacle. The Bubba Rope guys, they made it. They did a heroic fix yesterday. Got up here in time to make the trail.
That was peel out. We got to get to camp. The rest of the other people in the trail are catching up to us. We just want to get to camp so we can pick a good spot, and we don't want to block up anybody else. So now that our group is dwindling down to the end, we got to keep on trucking.
Here with Clifton. He's a three-wheel drive.
We made for our camp at Buck Island Lake, but several famous obstacles lay in our path. The first of which was Little Sluice. Not long ago, Little Sluice was a minefield of huge boulders that made for a very challenging obstacle.
During the Great Depression, the springs were abandoned, and it wasn't until after World War II, when it was in a state of decay, that returning soldiers became wheelers with their surplus jeeps.
So the Rubicon Trail is actually a road. There's sheriffs that run up and down it in jeeps to make sure everything's okay. There used to be a resort in here at the Rubicon Springs, and you could drive in there and relax in the springs. And then after World War II, with the influx of surplus jeeps and the returning soldiers, became a recreational area as a trail to go four-wheeling. There's lots of different organizations, Friends of the Rubicon, Jeep Jamboree USA, Jeepers Jamboree. You may recall Mark Smith, who was voted into the Off-Road Motorsports Hall of Fame. He and a lot of his friends helped turn this area into the trail that it is today. And it's pretty awesome. It's probably the most world-renowned trail. It's obviously Jeep has embraced it with their Rubicon Jeep Wranglers. Up here in the High Sierras, lots of rocks, lots of lakes up here that people can go swimming in once they get to them. Beautiful pine trees. It's throughout the summer. This trail is busy almost every weekend and during the week at times. But that's what we're all out here to do. We're all out four-wheeling, so even if you run into other people, you just kind of work your way around other groups and keep on trucking. So we're going to head on in here and find a place to camp.
But if Little Sluice lost some mojo, Old Sluice is just as mean and nasty as ever. It's a rocky, tight descent to Buck Island below. And just when you think you're almost clear, bang, you're in Flat Fender Alley.
Rubicon Trail, I've never ran it before because I'm from the East Coast. It's completely different from our East Coast wheeling. We're used to a lot of wet, slick, mud, where you slide around. There's so much traction out here. The Falcon tires just grab on everything. It's unbelievable. And now that I actually put my off-road design doubler in, it makes it awesome that I can just drive and creep up it and not have to bang and flop and hurt yourself when it's all over with. It's been good.
We're just gonna throw our gator jaw on here.
Wanted to give a try through this little rock patch here and just kind of got rolled off and right down on top of the drive shaft and popped it and actually managed to mung up the yoke on the rear axle a little bit.
They're working hard on the Rubicon. Yoke axle. Good time for a burrito, really.
Before we could drop into Old Sluice, we had a surprise visitor bearing gifts of deliciousness.
This is Pierce from Jeep Jamboree USA. He brought us coffees out on the trail. This is awesome.
The ice is still melted yet.
So we're on Ultimate Adventure. Anything can happen. Like we just got iced coffees delivered to us on the Rubicon by the good people from Jeep Jamboree USA in a helicopter. Yes, they brought us coffees on the trail in a helicopter. This is awesome.
Yeah, anything can happen on the Rubicon, and anything can happen on Ultimate Adventure. Keep watching to see what happens next.